Instagram. Ooh. Hello! I'm live on Facebook for the first time ever. I really hope you guys are excited because I am. And if you haven't met me before, I'm Rachel. I'm the blogger and the designer behind Joyful Derivatives. And I'm coming on tonight to do a little live session with Amanda here. So I'm starting a new project, and we're turning our huge backyard shed into my interior design office. So I'm calling it my She Shed office because apparently she sheds are like all the rage right now. I didn't even really realize that when I decided to do my office, but I'm excited to see how it goes. And part of that project is obviously a desk, right? I need a desk. And so I found this fabulous clawfoot, actually a dining table at a garage sale. And I fell in love with it, and I was like, okay, I need this for my office. But it's this gross cherry wood color, and I'm not a furniture restorer by any means. And so I sought out Amanda, who actually works with me. I didn't know that she did furniture before I just randomly heard about it. And so now we're doing this awesome project together. And I just wanted to show you guys a little piece of the types of design projects that I do. So obviously this type of stuff is typically behind the scenes. I might share, you know, oh, I did this, or I have this desk in here and so did it for me, but it's not very often that I get to share the steps in the process and a little behind the scenes. And so I wanted to come on tonight with Amanda so she can not only share with you guys who she is, because she's awesome and you'll need to hire her to paint your furniture because you're gonna die when you see how awesome they are. But also to allow her to just talk about the process she goes through, because I have actually been really surprised and blown away by how neat it is, the process she takes you through kind of as your furniture designer, right? Because you have this piece and you think you have vision for it, but she's helping you bring it to life. And so I'm going to have her introduce herself one more time, and then we'll start talking about the desk project. So
Awesome. Sounds good. I'm Amanda Brenneman-Brown, owner of Phoenix Phurnishings. I'm the creative person behind it, as Rachel said. I refinish furniture, paint, and stain. I do spec pieces that I sell at shows, and I also do custom work. So custom work is a pretty popular thing, and I really enjoyed helping people give new life to their furniture pieces that they've loved in their house, but maybe it just doesn't totally fit their decor anymore. They just want to give it some fresh life. So I'm excited that Rachel approached me and said, hey, we should totally work on a project together. And I was like, well, yeah, why not? So I'm excited. We've met already once before to look at some ideas. So she had her entire mood board for the She Shed out, which was really impressive. I really liked it. And I was looking at all the textures and colors, and it's super creative, and I can't wait to see the finished project and how things evolve throughout the next weeks or so. But this desk, so this dining room turned desk, it's cherry, and we're going to give it a totally different look, feel, everything. And so I came over with my little wood crate of all my paint samples, and every single one of my paint samples, I have a 1 foot stick. So I have a 1 foot piece of trim that I have labeled. I use the Annie Sloan here, so this is the old white, and I paint 6 inches of it, the regular color, and I coat it with clear wax. And then I do a black wax, a white wax, and a brown wax. So I have these samples, and so I brought these over, and we just started picking at samples and looking at what's going to look great on the mood board and what you're looking at. And so we also do some inspiration from Pinterest, because who doesn't look at Pinterest when they need inspiration, which is awesome, and I love it. So when I get approached about custom work, I actually encourage my clients to take a look at Pinterest to help me understand what they want. And through the process, when I go over and I take my color boards, if they say I really have no idea, then I'll look at Pinterest for them, and as they tell me what they're looking for and whatnot. And some of my custom work has been based off of pictures I found on Pinterest. They said, yeah, we kind of want something like this.
Well, and I have to admit, my mood board had a black desk in it because I was like, oh, I want to add some contrast. I think this would be a good spot. And then when she brought over all these colors, I was like, maybe I don't want contrast. Maybe I want it to look different than that. And so we actually went through Pinterest and found a few styles that I hadn't even considered or thought about because of the style boards that she had and the different paint colors that I could see right there. How many did you say?
I think over 30.
Yeah, there's a ton. And so basically when we started, I had my paint colors, right? So the office shed is going to be, I'm going for a glamorous coastal vibe. So we lots of natural fibers, creams and whites. I'm going to do a blue ceiling, kind of like the southern porches, how they have those blue ceilings. And so the black in the mood board was okay, but as I started thinking through the feeling and the textures that I wanted in the room, I didn't really necessarily like that. And so we actually found some desks, and you'll see on the sideboards we're going to look at on Pinterest, that were like a blue base and wood top, and I really liked them. So it was neat, the process she took me through to think through, okay, so here's your design, and yes, black is good, and I gave her full reign to give me suggestions. I was like, I'm not exactly sure what I want, you do this, so feel free to pipe in and tell me if you think there's a better idea, and she did, and I really liked that. But so it was neat the way she kind of talked through, even me as a designer, figuring out the best option for the furniture, which I don't know if you've read this on my blog before, but I'm all about hiring people to do things that I'm not good at. And so, you know, I have a knack for certain things, but there's others that I don't. And I'm quick to admit that, and I'm quick to hire professionals, because your project is going to turn out way better if you have someone doing it that knows what they're doing. So, hi, Ann. I haven't done this before on Facebook, so I'm like still learning where to see everything. But anyway, so yeah, so that was the first step. She came over last week, looked at the desk with me, looked at my mood board and kind of my plan. If you're not a designer and you don't make mood boards, that's totally okay. That's kind of the process she'll go through on Pinterest with you, is finding inspiration and deciding what you want the look like. I was going to mention too, one of the things I post pictures of on Instagram quite often is my piano. And that is a similar project to this, in that it was a family heirloom. We loved it, but the wood color was just not at all my style. And so we had it painted, not by Amanda because I didn't know about her, but if I had, it would have been her. We had it painted with is it chalk paint, I think?
It looks like
wax cover or something, yeah. So, and now it fits in totally with the style I want in my home. So that's really what we're going for, is knowing that there's someone who can take this piece of furniture you love and maybe mature it into the style that you have in your home now. So,
for sure.
So tonight we're going to look at the sample boards she made me, which is, what'd you say, the second step?
Yes.
Out of 4?
So I have a 5-step process in all of my custom work, and that is also detailed on my website, Phoenix Phurnishings with a PH, Phoenix PH, FurnishingspH.com. And we're on step number 2. So first is the 1-hour consult. Step 2 is looking at the sample boards. So we looked at the colors here, all of those, and then we started taking a look at what could be done. So if you'll notice, we have a whole lot of stuff going on here. There's a whole lot of stripes.
For people who like options, this is
options. You want options, you have options. So what's going on here is our color that we're looking at for the base color, the majority color of the desk is going to be this blue right here. This is the duck egg blue that we looked at. And so this is the regular color with just the clear wax. And then if we go just a little north up here, we've got black wax and then black glaze. We also then have brown wax and brown glaze. So this desk is really awesome because there's so many different nooks and crannies, and it's a clawfoot, and there's so much detail that we can bring out. So I really wanted to make sure we had glazes and waxes to show the differences, because if you look at glazes and waxes, there is a little bit of a difference. There's a texture difference that you can visually see. And so I wanted to make sure we had options to be able to see those different kinds of finishes. On the sides of both of these boards, we have a brown palette here that shows, sorry. Okay. All right, no, we're good. So we have a brown palette here that could be like that dark wood top. So I've got a dark chocolate that's General Finishes. I love this dark chocolate. And then I have the brown with the Annie Sloan. Now I've got some brown glazes and some black glazes here too. So it's the same color as this, just with different finishes on it. And same thing over here. We've got, this is a lamp black with General Finishes. It's really awesome milk paint. Then we've got graphite here, and then with some black glazes as well. Just to give us some texture and some depth, and to make sure that we can see all of the options, absolutely, and kind of start picking what we like, maybe what we'd like to pass on. And sometimes even with these sample boards, part of the custom process is you get 3. So you see a lot of options on just one board. And there are some times where my clients will say, hey, you've actually shown me what I don't want it. And I say, hey, that's okay, because you're going to live with this piece of furniture every day from here on out. And it's my job to make sure that you love what you're choosing. So I only want to get something that you want in your house. So we looked at the duck egg blue, and then we also looked at old white. So you'll notice that, hey, this looks really familiar. It's the exact same setup. So the main color in the center with the black wax, and then the black glaze, and then the brown wax and the brown glaze. And we've got the brown on this side and the black on this side with different glazes. So
okay, so what's so funny? My husband he helped me kind of. So this desk originally, like I said, was a dining room table. And so it had like kind of a curved edge on one side with a detail, and then a flat side, and the top actually folded open, and then it cramped underneath, it opened up, and you could put leaves in it. It was kind of a really funky setup. I haven't seen that before. Anyway, so I told Chris, I said, well, I really want like the size that it is without opening it up at all, and I really want rounded edges on both sides. So he actually took the top piece and he took it off, and he cut it at half size and then put it in and sealed up the seam. But when I was telling him what we were thinking for a design, I said, well, I'm thinking I might want like a cream or a blue base with a dark wood top. And he was like, how are you gonna have a dark wood top? It's cherry wood. And I said, well, no, Amanda is this brilliant painter that can like paint full wood top on this desk. So why don't you tell them about that?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So with the glazes, and even with washes, so I've taken the brown color before, and I've used graphite, and I've done a wash that makes it look like there's wood grain in there, like a black wood grain. Mm-hmm. And I've got some of those pictures on my Instagram and Facebook of some of the finishes. And then obviously also with the glazes, you can really do wonders with the glazes to give it a pronounced grain-like effect as well. So it's a matter of, playing with some of the densities. So some of the glazes that are water-based, you can add water to it, make it a little bit more calm if you want, or you can have it at full strength and have it a little bit more pronounced. So there's a lot of really cool options for customization and really bringing something to life and achieving a different status, like creating a wood grain finish. So it's fun.
I know. Okay, so Sass, I don't know your name, maybe.
That's Ann.
Ann. Much better. Yeah, I can tell the camera on Facebook looks grainy. I don't know why. I like Instagram typically better, but I feel like there's people on Facebook that I don't get hold of on Instagram. So we're trying this like dual video. How's it working out, peeps? Are we okay? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you can at least hear us.
That would be
good. Anyway, yeah. So really tonight, I just wanted to get on and share with you guys how awesome this process is, because it's the first time I've gone through it, and I just think it's so phenomenal. I feel like I've always kind of thought I could refinish furniture. In fact, we have probably 6 or 8 pieces in the garage where I'm like, garage sale, Chris, you know what I could do with this? And then I do nothing. It just sits there because really I don't know how to do it. And so I'm excited to have someone that I can reach out to and work with, and it's just been really fun. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit. I got a couple pieces of stuff for the shed, so I wanted to show you those pieces, and then Amanda, maybe do you have anything specific you want to talk about, or we'll sign off and decide on colors? I'm really leaning towards, I'll be honest with you all, cream. I know we talked about blue, but I'm thinking for the purpose of versatility, like if I decide I don't want blue in there anymore, and maybe I want to go for more of a traditional farmhouse style, or maybe I want to go more modern, I feel like a cream, even a distressed or antique cream, will be more versatile in that way. So I did email Amanda and warn her, because right after our meeting I was like, I'm having second thoughts. I think I said I want blue, and I think maybe I don't. So
and that's okay. That happens. That happens. Once you get the creative juices flowing, and then you keep going on Pinterest, that's really cool.
It's true. Yep. So I showed you guys already, but these are the colors we're doing. So bright white trim, kind of a creamy white for the walls, and then this will be the blue ceiling. And then this is the tile I just got, which I'm loving, cement tile. So I'm going to do one of the short walls, probably the one behind my desk, because I don't necessarily want a window with natural light glaring on my computer. in this cement tile. So that'll be kind of an accent wall. I'm not doing a shiplap accent wall, people. You should be proud of me. There is going to be shiplap on the ceiling, but I'm doing a tile accent wall this time. And these are the lights I got. Okay, so this is just a sample of, this is not fully assembled, nor is it complete, but these are the sconces. So you'll have jewels down here as well. It's called charms. And then I got a chandelier, a large chandelier as well. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to hang the chandelier over the meeting table or if I'm going to kind of center it in the space. I haven't quite decided. But anyway, so a little glance. So you can see there's kind of some gold and some silver in the light fixtures that are going to go in there. And my plan is to do like a natural fiber jute rug. And like I said, I want to make really natural. I think I'm going to get my chair from IKEA. It's one of their kind of natural colored wicker chairs. I'm sure you'll recognize it when you see the mood board. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan for the shed. And Amanda, if you have anything else you want to touch base on before we actually make decisions.
No, I think we're good. I'm excited about this. I love putting together all the different options and seeing what could be. So I'm excited to see this.
Okay, so does anyone, before we sign off, have any questions? If you do, or for Amanda, I will definitely put a link, probably, I don't think I can put links in my Instagram besides my one spot. But if you want to see Amanda, her Instagram is just
Phoenix Furnishings.
okay.
Yep.
With a PH. Furnishings with a PH.
That's the logo, if you could see it.
She's awesome. Not just is she great at this stuff, but she's awesome. Oh, and if you're if you're not local, she does have an Etsy shop, and she can do custom furniture restoration from where she's at and mail it and ship it to you. So
You ship.
So you can check out her Etsy shop and everything. But
Yeah.
anyway,
And you can get there from my Facebook. The Etsy shop, and the link's also on my profile on Instagram too.
and I'll put a link for sure on this video in Facebook to her Facebook page so that you guys can touch base with her if you want.
Awesome.
But okay, well, thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm loving this whole like have someone with me on my live thing.
Pretty awesome.
It's really fun. So maybe Ann will be next.
Hey.
What do you think, Ann? You want to be next?
That would be awesome.
Okay, so this week I have family coming into town, so I won't be posting Friday, but Monday watch for my she shed plans. I'm going to talk through what the shed looks like now, where we're moving it to on the property, what the design is going to look like. I will probably have a committed design for the desk by then. That's the goal for tonight. And then, yeah, so thank you all for joining us. Again, this is Amanda, Phoenix Furnishings. She's awesome. If you need furniture done, she does primarily chalk paint stuff, right?
Yeah, but I do a little bit of all sorts.
Okay.
I'm always willing to do something.
See, give her a challenge. I dare you. Okay, we're gonna sign off. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for coming, Jackie and Ann. We'll talk about it. I gotta end both of these, so we'll see how this goes.